Yo, yo, yo! Am I live yet? It says I'm live. Yo, 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 what's going on? Direct from the laboratory. As you can see, the famous whiteboard behind me. And then look at that thing. Someone just sent me to that. So, you know, I don't like to say names on this channel, but thank you. You know who you are. Look at that massive thing back there. Saturday Night Live. Just wanted to talk to you guys for a few minutes. Tell you about a few things. You know, I'll bore you guys talking to you about my tea before a few people get in on this chat. It's Kava Kava tea. Oh, and check it out. Mermaid cup, right? It's actually Teresa's. Haha, no shame. I don't care. Anyway, so tonight I'm about to upload a video, actually, and then after this little live video that I'm doing, I will be on a radio show on BBS Radio, so you can go to their website and check. It's on my good friend Lance White's talk radio show. I'll actually post a link to it in the description of this video when I'm done with this video. So if you guys are bored on this Saturday night, you can just click on that link and go right over to the radio show and listen to me ramble on for a good hour there. So that'll be fun, letting you guys know that. And then next, I wanted to tell you about let's see, what else? What else do I want to talk to you guys about? And then I'll open it up for some questions, because I keep getting distracted by these things that are scrolling through. Science of Ascension webinar. So, I've told you guys about it a couple times. You might have heard me, but that's going on in 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks from today, September 30th. The video I'm just about to upload right after I'm done with this will tell you a little bit more about it. And it's through the Portal to Ascension group, so you can just check Portal to Ascension on Google, go to their website, and you'll see that Science of Ascension conference right up there. Cool. Somebody said they just got a notification, which is cool, because apparently some YouTube channels, their subscribers aren't getting notifications when they go live and post videos and stuff, so it's good to hear. And then, so there's the Science to Ascension conference. And then I will be doing my own personal conference, and that'll be, I'm going to start off doing a health webinar. It's going to be about 3 hours long. Shoot for 3 hours. Obviously, I'll probably ramble on for like 4 or 5, to be honest. But I will be, again, I keep getting distracted by those questions. Anyway, that health webinar be about 3 to 4 hours. I'm going to go over as much as I possibly can. I'm going to go about go through the history of the pharmaceutical industrial complex, right? Rockefeller medicine. Try to go through everything in regards to holistic health with posture, body, physical body, movement, bioenergetics, nutrition, all that stuff. So that'll be going up soon. Tentative date is like October 1st or October 7th or something like that. So like 3 weeks or so. It's gonna be as cheap as I can make it, probably like 25 to 30 bucks, which is not bad for like a 3 or 4 hour webinar. May or may not have a couple guest speakers on it too, but be on the lookout for that. So when that goes live, I'll make a video telling you guys about it, and then you guys can email me and I'll send you the link to sign up. So that's how that'll happen. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to tell you guys about. I'm back at home now in the laboratories. You can obviously see that's a bunch of stuff about the video I'm about to upload, and that's like drawing plans, and that's basically it. Let's see what people are saying. What do I think about the uses and benefits of Ormus? MJC Magic asks, what do I think about the uses and benefits of Ormus? Apparently, Ormus helps with the electrical capacitance of your nervous system. So, being as we are beings of energy, beings of electricity, I'm definitely a fan of increasing your energy and electricity, although I have heard there are certain characteristics about Ormus that you want to be careful with. It offers you a much easier time connecting to the higher planes of existence per se. So if you are not, in my opinion, developed or spiritually mature enough, Ormus could harm you negatively or per se not be as helpful as it could be, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, I do Ormus right now. It really does help. I really do love this stuff. So, and the brand I use, I'm not going to get any money for this, unfortunately. Hey, Kevin, if you're watching, you know, maybe you can spot me a buck. Just kidding. Vancouver Island Ormus is what I use right now, and it's really, really good stuff. I've been using it for about 2 months, 2 to 3 months now, and it's awesome. And go follow Kevin Hay on Facebook. He's the owner of Vancouver Island Ormus. He posts a lot of awesome rants that make me laugh and inform me at the same time, which is why I love them. So check him out. Kevin Hay with an H-A-Y. Let's see. So we'll say Kurt asks, so where am I at with Jason Goodman? I've gained respect, but will admit I'm not sure what the deal with RDS, he means Robert David Steele, is. So that's his question. Where am I at with Jason Goodman? I'm nowhere. I've never talked to him, so I'm not going to have an opinion on him. I'm not going to have an opinion on somebody I've never talked to and don't know, right? I have learned a lot from him and George Webb, so I'm not going to say anything else about them. But also, on the other hand, you know, they have a tiff with Robert David Steele. I have talked to Robert David Steele. I find him to be a genuine guy, at least he is to me, and a very nice guy. So, you know, I can only give an opinion based upon my experiences, and that's it. Don't know Jason Goodman. He seems like a good dude from my perspective, and my experiences with Robert David Steele, he seems like a good dude too. So that's about it. Let's see. Hey man, am I still with that skinny blonde? Well, I'm drinking out of her coffee mug right now, so I hope so. Let's see, what else do people have to say? This is a good one. This one says, the orbs that you see with Gilliland, called orbs spaceship. Hold on. I have seen these orbs as close as 20 to 30 feet away. I don't think orbs are spaceships. What do you think? I think orbs could be beings, honestly. I think they could just be beings that are briefly existing on this plane. I honestly think it's very difficult for some extraterrestrial civilizations to manifest in this plane of existence because it's so low dense, so low vibe. So that's what I think orbs are. I think orbs are just beings. They're just beings that are flying through for a quick minute to give you a show if you're looking. And I have seen orbs too. Mainly see them through the infrared scopes. Saw a few at Gilliland's ranch. But I have seen some definite weird stuff straight up in the sky. Could have been orbs, could have been ships. I don't know. Any thoughts on Kabamur, which is a guy on Facebook. I'm assuming it's a guy. Dude on Facebook and on Twitter. I like his posts. His posts are awesome. I definitely resonate with a lot of pretty much everything he says. So my thoughts on him are 2 thumbs up. And let's see. My good friend Denny from the YouTube channel Why Is This True asks, how are the workers expediting disclosure? And there's only one way they do that, and that is by speaking all these truths as much as they can to everybody. Not even those who will listen to you, but those who won't listen to you, because you can never underestimate the power of planting seeds in people's consciousness. So that's how we expedite this disclosure process. We got to stop looking to savior beings or savior presidents or savior whatever the case may be for disclosure, and understand that disclosure comes from within each and every one of us, and we make it happen. It doesn't matter what the president says, right? All that matters is what's going on in your immediate existence, in your immediate surroundings, right? So if you have people in your immediate surroundings that understand what's going on this planet, then hey, disclosure has already happened to you, right? So let's just understand that and get that rolling. So that's what I have to say about that. I got about 10-15 minutes to keep going with this, so I'll just keep scrolling through here. There's a lot of questions about September 23rd, you know? And actually, I didn't get to a news update today, but on Fox News, they reposted an article that was on a few different mainstream media tabloid outlets, but they were essentially discussing September 23rd. And much along the lines of the end of the Mayan calendars, 2012, it's a prophetic date, in my opinion. I haven't actually read too much of the like biblical Christian numerology stuff about it, but you know, in my opinion, it's just another day that signifies the ending of a cycle and the beginning of another. And there's a lot of different cycles converging at this point in time, a lot of different wave harmonics that are all coming together. And that is, in my opinion, I think the 23rd will just be another one of those. We may or may not see something grand happen, you know. Don't be attached to any specific scenarios. Attachment is the, you know, root cause of a whole lot of suffering that people place upon themselves. So don't get attached to anything. Don't get scared by anything either, right? Somebody just said fear-mongering. Don't be scared. Just be on the lookout, right? Something big might happen, positive, negative, whatever the case may be. It's just going to be another day. It's going to be another day that ends in Y. Homeboy JP asks, what about the audit readiness deadline for the Pentagon at the end of September? I don't know if there will ever be an audit readiness for $15 trillion. So I'm not counting on it. That's all I have to say about that. Let's see, I'm going to scroll through a little more. Someone says the all is mental. Very true. Some good hermetic wisdom right there. The Kybalion, yeah. Do I believe that ETs are violent? Somebody asks. It could be. They could not be. Except at that realm of existence, I mean, civilizations above us, they understand these universal laws, especially the law of free will, a lot more than we do. So I'm not going to say ETs are violent. I'm going to say ETs are really good at making us be violent against ourselves. I think that's a better way to put it. Do I read Cobra's blog? Yes, I've been reading it for a couple of years. He is calling for a meditation on September 22nd. I call for a meditation every day. How about that? But yes, do that, you know, the more people we can get meditating at the same time, we can use the power of our collective consciousness that way. But hey, if we're all meditating every day, then we're bound to be meditating at the same time, right? Let's see. Do I dream lucid? Honestly, I don't have that many dreams, and you know, authenticity shining here. It's because I smoke way too much weed. Someone said free the weed. You know, I've done that honestly a little too much. I'm easing off of it, and especially for this ayahuasca journey that I have coming up, I'm now going completely marijuana free for at least until the ayahuasca experience, maybe more so afterwards. Probably longer, you know, I'll give it a few weeks off, but because I do want to start dreaming again. I don't dream when I partake in the use of the cannabis. So I'm going to go on a cannabis break specifically so I can dream, and also so I can have a good ayahuasca experience as well. So there's that. I do dream, I just don't remember, somebody says. Probably. Yes, I will be fasting for this ayahuasca journey. I could also show you my kitchen right now, but I have a bunch of cleansing supplements, going on a good cleanse for the next week. Somebody asks, where would we be if Tesla could have been supported and not sabotaged? I don't honestly think I have the imagination, nor do you have the imagination, nor does anybody have the imagination to even grasp where we would be at if Nikola Tesla had not been censored and suppressed. It's basically a lost century of human evolvement there that we could have had. So, yeah, much better place. Ooh, good question here. You know, we'll just talk about some hallucinogenics while we're at it. Somebody asks, have I thought about doing DMT? Of course I've thought about doing DMT. I do it every night in my dreams, in my sleep. But anyway, really though, I have thought about doing DMT, but honestly I've never had the intuitive drive to, you know? Somebody said ayahuasca is DMT. True, we're talking straight DMT here, just smoking it. I don't really want to, you know? In all honesty, I don't want to do DMT, never had the drive, never have the drive to do LSD, because in my opinion, you know, this whole ascension process is about spurring our own endogenous production of DMT, our own brain's production. That should be the goal here, right? We shouldn't need to depend on any physical substances to open up our brain capacity. So, no, that's why I don't want to do DMT, is because of that reason. I want to get my own brain producing it, understand how. But something about ayahuasca has just always intuitively drawn me towards it. You know, maybe it's like my higher self telling me that there's some shadow work I need to do, or just something to that effect. I don't really know, but I'm just being drawn into doing ayahuasca, which technically is DMT, but it's more of a, rather than just like smoking the crystals of DMT and blasting off into freaking outer space for a couple minutes, ayahuasca is a much more prolonged exposure to it. It's about an 8-hour journey. It's not as blunt as crystal DMT smoking is, but it's, I don't know, we'll see how effective it is. I don't know, I've never done it before, so. Have I done any hallucinogens though, someone asks. I have done psilocybin a handful of times, maybe 4 or 5 times. That's about it. So that's as far as I have dabbled. Natural trips only, someone says. Yes. Let's see. Somebody asks, Mark asks, what'll I do post-disclosure? Pretty sure I'll have a role in acclimating the public. So that's some way or another. I don't exactly know how that'll happen yet, but I'm sure that's what I'll be doing. And flying on an anti-gravity craft, duh. Be the first one on one of those. Let's see. Somebody asks, vapor flower? I'm an edible kind of guy. Somebody asks, let's see. Going through these here. Do I think duality would go away post-event? Not necessarily. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating. That's my life these days, just speculating on stuff. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of questions on this. Okay, what do we got down here? Somebody asked, this is a good question. That's a funny question. What's my opinion on Kid Rock running for Senate? He'd probably do a better job than most of the people in there, so hey. Oh yeah, 5G mind control rollout, someone says. So those new 5G networks apparently are coming out. And again, with us being resonant beings of electricity, electromagnetic energy, 5G is just going to basically fry us. So I expect the cancer rates to go through the frickin' roof. And that means, you know, extra important to get away from the cities into the nature as much as possible. Let's see, I got 6 more minutes. Oh, my phone's gonna die. So somebody asks, do I think Trump has a plan for the economic collapse? You know, I think, obviously he does, if he's a part of some alliance that's really trying to work against the deep state, absolutely he's got a plan against the economic collapse. And honestly, that's why I think it's taken this long to see any kind of mass sweep or mass arrest occur, is because that's exactly what he's trying to not make the deep state pull, right? If they wanted to, they could just crash the economy like that. And you know, that's what the alliance is trying to prevent and avoid, is doing that. So maybe Trump's playing games. Maybe he's surrounded himself with establishment figures to make it look like he's playing for the deep state when really he's going to pull like a bait and switch. I don't know. Just speculation. Again, of course. And hey, if he is deep state, then cool, great. Everybody's just going to wake up sooner and we'll get some kind of coup to get everything set straight again. I don't know, but I'm not worried either way. Doesn't make me worry. So, ooh, really good question. Really, really good question. This one I might actually turn into a video. This one says, what is our best chance to destroy the illusion to the masses? There's a lot that we can all actually do, and I will address that in a video. I was going to do something to that effect soon, so I will. Ooh, do I think votes matter? What do you think? I'm not being sarcastic or facetious, but what do you think? Do you think votes matter? I don't. At least not in this system that we have. A vote matters, yes, if it all tallied up fairly, but it doesn't. Let's see. Someone asks, struggling with awakening and everyday life. Any advice? Can you be a little more specific? I would love to answer that, but I mean, there's a lot to struggle with awakening. Someone asks, am I prepared for my ayahuasca experience? As prepared as I'm gonna be. I made the choice to go do it, so I'm gonna say yes, but at the same time, no, because can you ever be prepared for something where you have no idea what's gonna happen? It's like saying, get prepared to be a parent. You can read as many books as you want, watch as many educational videos as you want, but you ain't gonna be ready until you're already doing it, and then you don't have time to worry about if you're ready or not. So, ooh, good question. Somebody asks, where did I go to school and secondary college? I went to high school in the state of Washington here, and then I went to one of the state universities here in Washington State, and I proceeded to drink way too much and drop out. That's how my life went. From about the age of 18 to 21, there was a lot of alcohol around those points. But then again, you know, probably the best idea that I ever made was to drop out of college, because I wouldn't be here if I didn't. So I didn't have an indoctrination center ravage my mind, right? I had a blank slate when I left, which was good, because then I could build a lot of stuff back upon that. Somebody asked, do I drink now? I probably have a half a glass of alcohol a month, if that. So I'm just going to say no. I don't even remember the last time I had a drink of alcohol. What advice would I give to someone studying in college that is aware of disclosure and is challenged by the Common Core education narrative? Obviously, it's difficult because you gotta do their thing to pass. But I would say, man, every chance you get, like if I was in that English class again and I could write what I wanted to write, I would probably write the most badass paper about whatever controversial, conspiratorial subject and just make it amazing. Make it like, you know, put your heart and soul into your schoolwork, but make it such in a way that you can literally like wake up the teacher when she reads it and be like, oh my god, this kid gets it. You know, of course, that also depends on the teacher as well. But yeah, you know, if you need to be there, just understand what they're saying that's BS and, you know, shrug it off and just pass your test, man. Just pass your test, get out of there, and try not to get any student loan debt on the way out. Let's see. Cancer disclosure, someone commented, which is a good point, you know, and this will be the last thing I say before I gotta head out and get on that radio show. Again, BBS Radio, I'll post the link in the descriptions below here. Someone said cancer disclosure, and that's a good point, is because when a lot of people think disclosure, they only think extraterrestrials, or they only think free energy, right? But when it comes to disclosure, or the apocalypse, or the revealing, as it's really termed, you know, that's everything. And that's why when I was at the Eclipse of Disclosure conference, you know, they gave me three-hour slots, and I'm like, what am I going to cover? There's so much stuff to cover that needs to be disclosed that have been suppressed, not just UFOs and secret space program and real physics theories, but cancer research, man. Dr. Reif research, Dr. Gerson, Dr. Hoxie, Dr. Brzezinski, Dr. Rain Case, right? SEAC-T. There's so many of those things that need to be disclosed. There's everything in the realm of, you know, pedogate and all that ritual stuff that needs to be disclosed. So disclosure is a huge holistic term that, you know, there's many different parts. Not sure if you guys follow me on Facebook, but if you do, I made a comment or a post yesterday or a couple days ago where I asked, you know, what is the most important topic? And then this is kind of a rhetorical exercise for people who are reading, but I'm like, what's the most important topic? Vaccines, GMOs, aliens, secret space programs, strawman accounts, pedogate. Like, I listed all that stuff, and the point of that post was to show that it's all connected. And most people got that. Like 60-70% of people understood. It's like, you can't pick one because they're all connected, and that's exactly the case. Every single little thing is connected. Every single issue is connected. Health is directly related to aliens. It might not seem that way, but the very same deep state people who've been suppressing information about UFOs and free energy suppress the information and control the pharmaceutical industrial complex in regards to cancer cures. So it's like every single little thing. And so that's why when I talk about disclosure, man, it's such a difficult topic to talk about. And, you know, when I was in Colorado just last weekend filming for George Newry's show, he was like, man, you're well versed. You touch on every single topic. And I'm like, yeah, what do you want to talk about today? It's like everything, you know. That's why I try to be so well versed. I try to know a little about a lot and a lot about a little, right? Like, little about everything, enough just to guide people towards more deeper answers that they want. So, you know, I don't know everything about vaccines, but I know enough to make a very good argument even against health professionals in the conventional world. I don't know everything about, you know, physics, but I can definitely make more sense with certain unified theories and a lot of weird shit that comes out of schools these days. So, I don't know everything, but I know what matters. It's like a Rumi quote that I've heard lately. It says, the art of knowing is knowing what to ignore. I have just as much time on this earth as you do, as, you know, David Wilcock does, as everybody does. We all have the same amount of time on this earth. So are you going to invest that time wisely? You know, be very intuitive with how you go about using your time and using your energy. You got to understand what you specifically need to avoid, and then focus your time on what you should be doing. But anyway, I'm going to go, guys. It was great talking to you all for this half hour. I'm going to hop on that radio show. I'm going to post that link of the radio show below. And take care, guys. I'll be doing this again soon in a couple days. Go follow me on Twitter, and I will let you guys know when I do it. Peace.